Imagine standing on a land where the horizon stretches endlessly, where the air is so cold it burns your lungs, and where every sound is swallowed by an ocean of silence. It feels like the edge of the world, and in many ways, it truly is. But what if I told you that beneath this frozen desert, under miles of crushing ice, there's another world entirely, one that almost no one has ever seen? A hidden realm so strange, so alien, that it might change everything we think we know about life on our planet. Welcome to World's Echoes, where we uncover the mysteries of Earth, the secrets of history, and the wonders of the universe. If you love journeys into the unknown, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the stories the world has been keeping hidden. At first glance, Antarctica seems like nothing more than an endless sheet of ice. White, empty, lifeless. The kind of place where nothing could possibly survive. But looks are deceiving. The reality is far stranger. Beneath the surface, buried under layers of ice thicker than the tallest skyscraper, lies an environment that scientists are only just beginning to explore. Vast rivers that flow in total darkness. Hidden lakes sealed away for millions of years. Mountain ranges larger than the Alps, entombed under ice so ancient it predates humanity itself. This is not just a desert of snow, it is an entire world within a world. For decades, Antarctica was a blank space on the map. Explorers braved storms, frostbite, and endless nights just to glimpse its edges, but almost no one truly understood what lay below. Satellite technology finally revealed hints of an unseen landscape. Strange depressions, unusual gravitational shifts, signs that something enormous lurked beneath the ice. But it wasn't until scientists drilled deep, breaking through 2 miles of frozen crust, that the truth began to emerge. They discovered water. Flowing, moving, alive. An underground hydrological system stretching for thousands of miles, like a hidden circulatory system for the entire continent. It was shocking. How could liquid water exist in a place so cold it could freeze steel? The answer lies in pressure and heat. Antarctica's ice isn't still, it's a living, moving mass. Under its weight, the rock below generates heat, and together with geothermal activity, it keeps some pockets from freezing solid. Imagine a frozen desert above, but an unseen network of rivers, streams, and lakes below, locked in pitch blackness, untouched for millions of years. When scientists first lowered instruments into Lake Vostok, one of the largest subglacial lakes discovered, they couldn't believe what they found. Not just water, but signs of life. Microbes that had survived, adapted, and thrived in conditions more extreme than anything found on the surface. Think about that for a moment. Life, surviving in a place without sunlight, without oxygen, under crushing pressure, isolated for millions of years. If it can exist there, what does that mean for other hidden worlds, beneath the oceans of Europa, or the icy crust of Enceladus? Suddenly, Antarctica became more than just a frozen continent. It became a time capsule, a test case, a mirror for the mysteries of the cosmos. But water and life are only part of the secret. Beneath the ice lies something even more astonishing, mountains. Entire ranges, some as large as the Rockies, hidden in total darkness. The Gamburtsev Mountains, for example, stretch across 750 miles and rise higher than the Alps, yet no human eye has ever seen their peaks directly. They are buried under thousands of feet of ice, preserved like ghosts of a forgotten Earth. How they formed, and why they still stand, remains one of the greatest geological mysteries of our time. Scientists believe they may hold clues to the birth of continents themselves, locked away in their ancient rocks. It's almost poetic, isn't it? A continent that seems so barren on the surface hides one of the richest geological stories below. Antarctica is like a library of Earth's past, sealed in ice, waiting for us to read it. But the deeper we look, the stranger the story becomes. Because beneath all that ice, there may also be entire ecosystems unlike anything we've ever seen. Imagine a cavern, so vast it could swallow a city, hidden below the ice. Inside it, rivers of meltwater carve through the darkness, warmed by geothermal heat. Stalactites drip from ceilings hundreds of feet high. And in the water, life. Not just microbes, but maybe complex organisms adapted to survive in a world without light. Strange fish, translucent creatures, perhaps even species that vanished from the surface long ago. It sounds like science fiction, but every new discovery in Antarctica brings us closer to that possibility. And yet, this secret world is more fragile than we can imagine. Climate change is rewriting Antarctica's story in real time. The ice is melting faster than ever before, and with each drop that runs into the sea, the hidden world below is being exposed. On one hand, this gives scientists a chance to uncover its secrets. On the other, it could destroy them before we even understand what we've lost. Antarctica is not just a frozen frontier, it's the keystone of our planet's climate. Its ice holds enough water to raise global sea levels by nearly 200 feet. If it melts, cities vanish, coastlines drown, and millions are displaced. The hidden world beneath the ice isn't just a curiosity, it may hold the key to our survival. And so, the question arises, what else is hiding there, waiting for us? Could there be ancient microbes carrying secrets of evolution? Could there be evidence of climates that existed millions of years before humans? Or could there be something even stranger, something that changes how we understand life itself? Now I want to ask you one thing, what do you think lies beneath Antarctica's ice that we still haven't discovered? Tell me in the comments, because your ideas may be as fascinating as the theories scientists themselves are chasing. But stay with me, because the deeper we go into this hidden world, the stranger, darker, and more incredible it becomes. From ancient fossils locked in stone, to mysterious signals picked up by neutrino detectors buried in the ice, Antarctica is not just Earth's coldest continent, it may be its most mysterious. The deeper we explore Antarctica, the more it feels like a place that shouldn't exist on Earth. And yet, it is very real, vast, frozen, and hiding secrets that stretch beyond imagination. What most people don't realize is that Antarctica hasn't always looked like this. Millions of years ago, before the ice took over, it was a completely different world. Picture lush green valleys, rivers winding through forests, and temperatures that were warm enough for dinosaurs to roam freely. It's almost impossible to imagine now, but Antarctica was once a thriving land of life. Fossils discovered on the continent prove this beyond any doubt. Leaf impressions from ancient plants. Bones of long-extinct reptiles. Even pollen, perfectly preserved in the ice, whispering of a time when this land was alive with color and sound. How can a place that is now the coldest on Earth, colder than Mars at times, once have been so warm and full of life? The answer lies in the shifting of continents. Hundreds of millions of years ago, Antarctica was part of a supercontinent called Gondwana. Connected to Africa, South America, India, and Australia, it basked in a very different climate. Over time, tectonic forces pulled it apart, drifting Antarctica southward until it reached the bottom of the globe. Here, isolated, it began to freeze. The forests died. The rivers turned to glaciers. And slowly, over tens of millions of years, the land of life became a land of ice. But not all of that life vanished without a trace. Beneath the ice, trapped in sediments and stone, may be secrets of ancient ecosystems. Microorganisms that adapted. Genetic codes that tell the story of survival against impossible odds. This is why scientists risk everything to drill deep into the ice. Each core sample is not just frozen water, it's a timeline. A record stretching back hundreds of thousands of years, showing us how the planet has changed. Within those layers are clues to past climates, ancient atmospheres, and maybe even long-lost species. And then there's the strangest discovery of all. Signals, tiny, almost imperceptible traces, picked up not from life, but from the universe itself. In Antarctica, detectors buried deep in the ice have recorded mysterious neutrinos, subatomic particles that pass through almost everything without a trace. These neutrinos come from the most violent events in the universe, exploding stars, black holes, and galaxies colliding. And somehow, Antarctica's ice acts like the perfect detector, capturing their faint signals. Imagine that, a frozen desert at the bottom of the Earth, acting as a telescope to the cosmos. It's almost poetic. But let's return to the hidden lakes and rivers beneath the ice, because they may be the most important discovery of all. Lake Mercer, Lake Whillans, Lake Vostok, these are names you may not have heard before, but they are unlike any other lakes on Earth. Sealed away from the surface for millions of years, cut off from sunlight, they exist in total darkness. And when scientists sampled the water, they didn't find emptiness. They found life. Tiny, resilient organisms clinging on, proving that life can adapt to almost anything. If life can survive there, in places colder and darker than most of us can imagine, then where else might it exist? Beneath the icy crust of Jupiter's moon Europa? Inside the frozen seas of Saturn's moon Enceladus? Antarctica is not just Earth's mystery, it's a model for alien worlds. But the deeper we search, the more dangerous it becomes. Drilling into these hidden worlds risks contaminating them with modern microbes. Even the smallest mistake could erase millions of years of isolation. It's like opening a sealed tomb. You can learn from it, but you might destroy it in the process. Scientists have to use extraordinary measures to keep their instruments sterile, lowering them into the ice like surgeons entering an operating room. Every step is precise. Every mistake could be catastrophic. And yet, the rewards are extraordinary. In one of these lakes, researchers found evidence of complex chemical reactions that could provide energy for life even without sunlight. It's a process known as chemosynthesis, and it's the same system that fuels life at the bottom of Earth's oceans, around hydrothermal vents. Entire ecosystems thrive in total darkness, powered not by light, but by chemistry. Could the same be true beneath Antarctica? Could there be entire food webs, hidden under miles of ice, that have never seen the surface world? The thought is enough to give you chills. But the mystery doesn't stop with lakes. Beneath the ice, there are also vast caves carved out by volcanic heat. In some of these caves, the air is warm enough to wear a t-shirt. Imagine that, while the surface above is locked in blizzards and freezing winds, hidden caverns exist below that could support entire communities of organisms. Scientists have already found DNA traces in some of these places, belonging to unknown species. Creatures we've never seen. Are they alive today? Or just remnants of the past? The truth remains hidden in the shadows. And then there are the fossils. Antarctica may be frozen now, but beneath its ice lies a treasure trove of paleontological wonders. Fossils of giant penguins, taller than a human. Remnants of ancient forests. Even the bones of dinosaurs that once roamed freely across its plains. Some scientists believe Antarctica may hold secrets of species we've never discovered, extinct creatures whose entire existence is buried beneath the ice. If uncovered, they could rewrite the story of evolution. The strange thing about Antarctica is that it feels timeless. As if the rules of the surface world don't apply here. Seasons of endless night followed by months of endless day. Winds that can tear through steel. Temperatures that can plunge colder than dry ice. And yet, beneath all of that, warmth, life, and hidden beauty. It's like nature's greatest contradiction. And all of this, the lakes, the mountains, the fossils, the signals from space, is just the beginning. Because Antarctica is also home to something even stranger. Something that scientists stumbled upon almost by accident. A place where the magnetic field doesn't behave normally. Where satellites recorded anomalies that couldn't be explained. Some have even speculated wildly, of course, that beneath the ice could lie structures not of nature, but of something else. While there's no hard evidence for anything artificial, the idea continues to spark imaginations. After all, when a place is as unexplored and inaccessible as Antarctica, mysteries will always breed speculation. Still, the real discoveries are no less astonishing than the theories. The continent is teaching us not just about its own history, but about the history of our entire planet. And it's teaching us something else, something vital about our future. Because as the ice melts, as glaciers retreat, Antarctica is beginning to reveal its secrets. But it's also revealing a warning. The hidden world beneath Antarctica's ice is fragile. And it may not survive the changes that are coming. When most people think of Antarctica, they imagine a frozen wasteland, silent and unchanging. But in truth, this continent is not still. It is alive, shifting, groaning, cracking. The ice itself is in constant motion, flowing like a slow river toward the sea. Beneath your feet, the ground trembles as glaciers creep forward inch by inch. And within this endless sheet of white lies the history of our planet written in layers of frozen water, like pages in the oldest book ever written. Each layer of Antarctic ice is a time capsule. When snow falls, tiny bubbles of air become trapped within it. Over centuries, that snow is buried deeper and deeper, compressed into solid ice. Those bubbles remain locked inside, perfectly preserved. When scientists drill down into the ice and pull out cores, long cylinders stretching hundreds of meters, they are literally holding the atmosphere of the past. The air that dinosaurs breathed. The air from before humans ever walked the earth. It's all there, frozen in silence. From these ice cores, we've learned secrets no history book could ever tell. We now know that Antarctica has seen cycles of warmth and cold, stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. Times when ice sheets expanded, swallowing the land. Times when they retreated, exposing valleys and mountains. These cycles shaped the oceans, the climate, and the very survival of species across the planet. And within them lies a warning for us today. Because what those layers reveal, more clearly than anything else, is just how fragile the balance of our world really is. In the past, small changes in carbon dioxide levels, tiny by today's standards, caused massive swings in temperature. Ice ages came and went. Seas rose and fell. Species adapted, or vanished forever. Now, in the modern world, carbon dioxide levels are higher than they've been in at least 800,000 years. That means the ice of Antarctica is more vulnerable than ever before. And when it melts, the consequences will be unlike anything humanity has faced. Imagine standing on the shores of New York, Miami, Shanghai, or Karachi, and watching the sea swallow streets, homes, and cities. Antarctica's ice holds enough water to raise global sea levels by nearly 200 feet. Not in a single lifetime, but over centuries. Still, even a fraction of that rise would reshape the world. Just 3 feet of sea level rise could displace hundreds of millions of people. 10 feet would redraw the map of every coastline on Earth. And scientists warn that parts of Antarctica, especially the West Antarctic ice sheet, may already be on the path to collapse. But here's the haunting question: could the hidden world beneath the ice accelerate this collapse? Those lakes, rivers, and subglacial streams don't just sit quietly in the dark. They move. They lubricate the base of glaciers, making it easier for ice to slide into the ocean. In some cases, they can cause sudden surges, massive flows of ice breaking away and collapsing into the sea. It's like pulling the plug in a giant bathtub. And once the process starts, it may be impossible to stop. That's why Antarctica is more than just a place of mystery, it's the most important frontier for understanding our future. The secret world beneath its ice could hold the answers to survival. By studying the microbes in its hidden lakes, we might discover life forms that can withstand conditions more extreme than anything we know, knowledge that could inspire medical breakthroughs, or even help us survive in changing climates. By studying its buried mountains and fossils, we can learn how Earth's continents formed, how ecosystems adapted, and how life endured catastrophe. And by studying its ice cores, we can predict how fast our own world might be changing right now. But all of this comes with a heavy price. Research in Antarctica is some of the hardest work on Earth. Imagine setting up camp in winds so fierce they rip tents to shreds. Imagine drilling for days, only to have equipment freeze solid within hours. Scientists live for months in complete darkness, cut off from the rest of the world, in temperatures colder than -70 degrees Celsius. They face loneliness, exhaustion, and danger every single day. Yet they keep going, because the answers hidden beneath the ice may decide the fate of us all. And while humans struggle on the surface, the world beneath continues to whisper its secrets. One of the strangest discoveries came not from drilling, but from listening. Instruments buried in the ice picked up sounds, strange vibrations, almost like music, echoing from deep within the glaciers. It turns out the ice itself is singing, vibrating as winds sweep across it and as it flows over the land. To some, it's eerie. To others, it's beautiful. But to scientists, it's another clue, helping them understand how the ice is changing. Imagine that, a continent that not only hides a secret world, but sings about it. And then there's the possibility, the one that still sparks debates and fuels imaginations, that Antarctica may hide more than just natural wonders. Some researchers have speculated about entire buried landscapes, valleys and plateaus preserved under the ice like a frozen Atlantis. Satellite images have even hinted at unusual geometric shapes, though most are explained as natural formations. Still, the idea that something extraordinary might be hidden below, waiting to be uncovered, is impossible to ignore. The truth is, Antarctica doesn't need myths or conspiracies to be fascinating. Its real secrets are far stranger than fiction. Think of an ocean the size of Europe's rivers combined, flowing invisibly beneath the ice. Think of forests that once grew here, their remains still frozen in the soil. Think of the creatures that may still lurk in the dark, surviving in ways we can barely imagine. This is Earth at its most mysterious, a reminder that we have barely begun to understand the planet we call home. And perhaps that's what makes Antarctica so powerful. It humbles us. It shows us that even in an age of satellites, supercomputers, and space travel, there are still places on Earth we do not fully know. Places that defy our assumptions, our knowledge, even our imagination. As the ice shifts and melts, as scientists dig deeper, we are slowly opening the doors to this hidden world. But each discovery raises more questions than answers. What if Antarctica still holds creatures untouched by time? What if it contains evidence of climates so different, they could reshape our understanding of evolution? What if its hidden rivers and lakes are not just relics of Earth's past, but previews of other worlds we may one day explore? Antarctica forces us to ask the biggest questions. About life. About survival. About the future of humanity. Antarctica is a place where the line between science and wonder begins to blur. On the surface, it is cold, white, and seemingly empty. But beneath, it's an alien world so strange that scientists often feel like explorers on a different planet rather than their own. It's not just the lakes, mountains, and ice sheets. It's the experiments we conduct here, the instruments we bury, and the mysteries we stumble upon. Take the neutrino detectors, for instance. Deep beneath the ice, scientists have built enormous instruments, each one designed to catch particles that pass through the entire planet without ever slowing down. These are ghostly messengers from the farthest reaches of the cosmos, traveling billions of light years to reach us. And Antarctica is perfect for detecting them. The ice acts like a giant lens, focusing the particles and allowing scientists to see the universe in a way no telescope on Earth or in space could. It's mind-boggling. A frozen desert at the bottom of the Earth is helping us study exploding stars, black holes, and the formation of galaxies. And yet, while scientists listen to the cosmos, the Earth itself is whispering back. Hidden under the ice are signals of seismic activity, icequakes, and movements we barely understand. Some of these signals are natural shifts in glaciers, rumbles from geothermal heat, but some are unusual enough to puzzle researchers. Strange magnetic anomalies. Odd gravitational readings. Places where instruments report deviations that defy expectation. Every anomaly becomes a clue, a thread, leading us deeper into the hidden world beneath the ice. And what's incredible is how much life persists in these extreme conditions. In the subglacial lakes, we've found microbes that survive without sunlight, without oxygen, and under immense pressure. Some live by chemosynthesis, feeding off chemicals in the water instead of the sun. They can survive for millions of years in isolation. And here's the kicker, these organisms may hold secrets about life elsewhere in the universe. If life can thrive in total darkness, in freezing temperatures under miles of ice, then why couldn't it exist on moons like Europa or Enceladus? Antarctica is essentially a laboratory for astrobiology, a glimpse at what alien life could look like. Scientists are now exploring ways to map these hidden ecosystems without contaminating them. Autonomous submarines, robotic probes, and sterile drilling methods are all being developed to navigate lakes that have been isolated for eons. Imagine sending a robot into a pitch-black lake, miles beneath the ice, to look for life forms no human has ever seen. Every sample, every measurement could rewrite our understanding of biology. Every new discovery brings awe, but also caution. Because what we find down there may not only teach us about life on Earth, it could teach us how life survives anywhere. And the mysteries extend beyond biology. Satellites mapping Antarctica have revealed strange structures beneath the ice. Some appear to be perfectly flat surfaces, others sharp ridges or circular depressions. While most are likely natural formations, the human imagination can't help but wonder. Could these hidden landscapes conceal something extraordinary? Entire valleys, ancient river systems, or even massive ice caves so large they could swallow skyscrapers? The ice preserves these secrets like a giant time capsule, and as the ice melts in certain regions, glimpses of them are slowly coming into view. Then there's the Gamburtsev mountain range, an entire mountain chain buried beneath miles of ice. It rises higher than the Alps, yet no human has ever seen its peaks directly. The range is perfectly preserved, frozen in time, and it has puzzled geologists for decades. How did it form? How has it survived tectonic shifts and glaciation over millions of years? Scientists continue to study it using ice-penetrating radar, seismic data, and computer simulations. The Gamburtsevs are like a hidden backbone of Antarctica, a reminder that even beneath the cold, lifeless surface, the Earth has stories to tell. And what about the ice itself? Glaciers are often described as rivers of ice, but that's a massive understatement. These glaciers flow, sometimes slowly, sometimes in sudden surges, reshaping the landscape beneath them. Scientists have even recorded icequakes, violent shifts that echo like thunder under the ice. Some glaciers move silently, creeping toward the ocean, while others can collapse suddenly, sending icebergs the size of cities into the sea. Beneath it all, water lubricates their paths. Hidden rivers and subglacial lakes act like highways, allowing ice to slip and slide in ways we are only beginning to understand. Antarctica is also full of paradoxes. The surface is deadly cold, yet beneath it, some lakes remain liquid thanks to geothermal heat. Life struggles on the edges, yet in hidden pockets, organisms flourish. It is both ancient and dynamic, silent yet full of signals from the universe and from Earth itself. It is a place that reminds us of our limits. Even with the most advanced technology, satellites, and instruments, we are only scratching the surface of what this continent has to offer. And yet, humanity is changing it faster than ever. Climate change is accelerating the melting of ice sheets. Glaciers are retreating at unprecedented rates. Subglacial lakes, previously sealed for millions of years, are beginning to connect in ways that could destabilize entire ice sheets. Every drop of meltwater affects ocean currents, sea levels, and weather patterns across the globe. The hidden world beneath Antarctica is not just a curiosity, it is intertwined with our survival. What happens down there doesn't stay down there. Antarctica challenges our understanding of life, of geology, and of the universe. It shows us that even in the most extreme places, Earth is alive, mysterious, and full of secrets waiting to be discovered. And as humans, we are both intruders and explorers. Every expedition into this frozen wilderness brings wonder, but also responsibility. Because the hidden world beneath the ice is fragile. We must protect it even as we study it, lest we destroy the very secrets we came to uncover. This is the story of Antarctica, a land of extremes, a hidden world beneath the ice, and a place that could change how we see life itself. From its subglacial lakes to buried mountains, from strange vibrations in the ice to ghostly neutrinos from space, Antarctica is a continent of paradoxes and marvels. And as scientists continue to uncover its mysteries, we are reminded that even on a planet as explored as ours, there are still places that defy imagination. Every discovery here is a step closer to understanding our planet, our history, and even our future. Antarctica's ice is more than frozen water, it is a living archive, a cosmic laboratory, and a reminder that Earth is full of secrets that we have barely begun to uncover. As we reach the edge of our journey beneath Antarctica's ice, it becomes clear that this frozen continent is far more than a desolate white desert. It is a living, breathing archive of Earth's past, present, and perhaps even its future. Every layer of ice, every hidden lake, every buried mountain tells a story, stories that have been waiting millions of years for someone to listen. And now, for the first time, we are beginning to hear them. But there's more than life beneath the ice. The hidden rivers and subglacial streams act like arteries, flowing silently and invisibly, shaping the ice above them. The mountains beneath, like the Gamburtsev range, remain frozen yet alive, holding secrets about the formation of continents and the very geology of our planet. Ancient fossils tell tales of forests, dinosaurs, and climates long forgotten. Each discovery challenges our understanding of history, evolution, and the sheer endurance of life. Antarctica also teaches us about fragility. The continent's ice sheets are vast and powerful, yet they are not immune to change. As the planet warms, glaciers retreat. Ice streams accelerate. Subglacial lakes that have been isolated for millions of years are beginning to merge, altering the stability of the ice sheets above. What happens beneath the ice has immediate consequences for the world above. rising seas threaten cities, communities, and entire ecosystems. The hidden world beneath Antarctica is not just a curiosity, it is a force that affects us all. It is impossible to describe Antarctica without feeling both humility and awe. A frozen desert above, yet a vibrant world below. A place where life survives in darkness, mountains stand hidden, and ancient histories lie locked in ice. A continent that connects the tiniest microbe to the vastness of the cosmos, from subglacial lakes to neutrinos from exploding stars. It is paradox and poetry intertwined. And as we reflect on this hidden world, one thing becomes abundantly clear: Antarctica reminds us that our planet is full of mysteries, even in an age of satellites, supercomputers, and exploration. There are still places we do not know, stories we have yet to read, and life we have yet to encounter. It challenges us to think bigger, to look deeper, and to marvel at the resilience and ingenuity of nature. So, as we leave this journey beneath the ice, ask yourself, how much of our planet's story remains hidden? What other secrets are waiting, locked beneath glaciers, deserts, or oceans? Antarctica is just one chapter of a much larger book, a book that belongs to all of us, and one we are only beginning to understand. If you've enjoyed traveling into this hidden world with me, exploring mysteries few have ever imagined, then make sure to like this video, share it with friends who love discovering the unknown, and subscribe to World's Echoes for more journeys into Earth's most incredible secrets. Together, we'll continue uncovering the hidden stories of our planet, exploring the unexplained, and marveling at the wonders that surround us. Antarctica's ice is more than frozen water, it is a gateway to life, history, and the universe. It is a secret world that challenges our understanding, inspires our curiosity, and reminds us that no matter how much we think we know, there is always more to discover. And who knows? The next great secret of Earth, or even the universe, might be hidden just beneath our feet, waiting for the brave, the curious, and the persistent to uncover it. So remember, every glacier, every lake, every hidden mountain tells a story. And thanks to the explorers, scientists, and dreamers who dare to look beneath the ice, those stories are finally coming to light. The hidden world of Antarctica is no longer entirely hidden, and now, it belongs to all of us. Stay curious, stay amazed, and keep exploring with World's Echoes.